بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters. Today I have another reaction video. In this reaction video, I am going to be reacting to a sister. She's going to explain how she discovered Islam and why she chose to be a Muslim, and how she have done her research. Because if you haven't done research, you cannot be a Muslim. You can't just get up and be a Muslim without knowledge. Yeah, the reverts, some of them took 2, 3, 4, 5 years to research, and then that's how they reverted. So brothers and sisters, let's get to this video and see what sister had to say about her full story of reversion. Let's get to it.
Assalamu alaikum. You know, before converting to Islam / reverting, like, what was I like? My religion. I think I kind of mentioned that my family's Catholic. So I grew up Catholic. Both of my parents grew up Catholic. They're from Mexico. So most Mexicans, not all, tend to be Catholic. So I grew up going to church on Sundays, and I mean, as a young child, church is not very fun. I know there are probably some, but I know very few people who, like children when they were young, that liked church per se. But what I wanted to talk about is like what I learned from being Catholic, or like going to church every Sunday, that I actually am grateful for, and that I find useful to some extent. At least it was useful for me to move on to like the next kind of like religious phase of my life, kind of. So growing up Catholic, my parents didn't talk about God that much. Really, like, none of my family members talked to us about God, me and my siblings. So I think by going to church, like, that's where I got to know that there was actually someone called God. Like, so I think that's very important and very crucial, because if I hadn't gone to church, I'm not sure if my parents would have told me that, quite honestly. I mean, I'm sure they would, but like, I think church was a place where it explained things about God, like who God was, what he did, and you know, what it meant for somebody's life, for my life. So for that, I'm actually very, very, very grateful growing up Catholic. But aside from that, just knowing that there was a God, I feel like I didn't it didn't go deeper than that. Like, okay, I went to church, they talk about God, okay, there is a God. So okay, that's it. Eventually I actually did stop going to church when I was like around 12ish, 13ish, I think. I don't remember the exact age. And I kind of told my parents, I'm not gonna go to church anymore. And they probably didn't take it so well. I don't really remember that well the reaction, but they didn't really make me go either. When I told them, and I just remember not going to church. You know, everybody would go to church and I just would not. And why I didn't go, it was just, I guess because, like I said, there was no other deeper connection with who God was. So I just didn't really, and plus I found it really boring. I'm sorry, yeah. So I just decided not to go, and I didn't go for a long time. And during that time, I didn't really want to go there, because it's not really the subject in this video, but I did believe in God, I think. I still believed in God. I just wasn't really affiliated with any sort of like religion, I guess you can say. And then once I reached like 18, I started university. I met a whole bunch of new people, which is awesome, my freshman year. And then I got involved in this organization. It was like this Christian organization. And there was a whole bunch of cool people, and I started going to the Catholic Church again, actually. I think like I went like a few weekends at the beginning of my freshman year because I lived on campus. So I got to go to a local church there, and I liked it this time. It was cool. I actually paid attention, and I got to learn a lot of things about God. And I know there might be people who say like probably not the best place to get your information about God, but I feel like there's still basic things that are good and that are true. So I think that was good. Anyways, but yeah, I went there, and then I met these friends, and they told me about the church that they went. They didn't tell me what kind of church it was, but they invited me, and I was like, sure, I'll go. And I found out it was an evangelical Protestant church, and I actually really, 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 really liked it a lot. And from there, I felt like what I learned from there was just the love of God and how just loving He is, and just
nice.
like the importance of having a relationship with God at all times. And I'm really, really, really thankful for that. Up to this day, I still believe that's like a hugely important thing. Obviously, having a relationship with God, it's really important. So yeah, I was Catholic, then kind of like a evangelical person, and then so yeah, I feel like those places were like stepping stones towards like becoming Muslim. And I'm really grateful for that, because otherwise if those things wouldn't have existed, like me being a part of the Catholic Church and then going to an evangelical church, I probably wouldn't be here. So those were really important parts of my life, and I'm really thankful for up to this day. And yeah, I think that's it. Obviously 18, I think, and then 21 I converted to Islam, and obviously I just felt like everything just fit now. Everything just made a lot more sense with the concept of who God is, and the relationship with God. Just in Islam, everything kind of just met, and it just made a lot more sense. And yeah, I'm really grateful. You look back and you just like see that everything you go through is just to get you to where you are now. And I know a lot of people say that, but I mean, if you really reflect on your life, it's really beautiful how just things work out. Which kind of goes in hand with like being unhappy with present situations or things that happen in your life. That's just another thing we have to go through or experience to get to somewhere that one day, fortunately, we'll be really grateful for. So yeah.
Thanks for watching the video till the end. Hope you learned something new from the video, and don't forget to like and share the video, and subscribe the channel to get more Islamic videos.
Yes. Yeah, brothers, sisters, the sister explained how she started like knowing about God when she went to different church. And some churches get some cool and nice people. Yeah, what makes some place good is a good people. If you go to somewhere that people are unwelcoming and they're not good, then you will not feel good no matter what. So that's the turning point where she started to have connection and learn that God exists. That's what brought her to Islam, because Islam is monotheistic religion. Yeah, and it's straightforward. You worship God, God alone, the one who created you as a human. There is no interceding. Nobody is between you and your God, the God that created you as a human. If you want to pray, you directly pray to God. If you want to ask something, you ask directly God straight. So you don't have to talk to someone and someone pass your information to God. Yeah. In Islam, we don't talk to nobody. We pray directly to God. We seek for help directly to God. We ask our hardship to ease directly to God. We don't go through Prophet Muhammad, nobody. Because why? They were only prophets, and they are not worthy of worship. And yeah, brothers and sisters, I have to end this video, and I will see you in the next video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.